Hello my friends, welcome back to this video. My name is Lintrin and I'm going to be discussing what to do if you're getting started today. Now, if you're watching this video, you're trying to make some money online. Now, you might want to become an influencer, a content creator, an Instagrammer, a course creator, a coach, a consultant, an agency owner. You want to sell dropshipping products. You want to sell fucking e-commerce stuff, whatever it is. There's about a bazillion things you can do online. The reality is if you're watching this video, well, it's surely because you don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job, or you don't want to go down that rabbit hole that you and I were told that we should go, study, get a job, get married, have kids, and die. So if you're here, there's something inside of you that's like, hey, I want to make something of myself online. I want to step out of my job. I want to build a business. I want to grow. I want to make millions, whatever it is. All right. You're here looking for some sort of alternative path that way towards success. And you know that it exists because nowadays it's more common. Okay, it's very common for people to make a living online, just sharing photos, sharing videos. Heck, there's OnlyFans. Women are making money, way more money online than any one of us doing OnlyFans, taking photos of their pictures, their boobs, their tummies, their legs, their ass, whatever. The reality is, if they can do it, surely you and I can. So I want to share this mindset that I wish somebody would have told me back earlier on. Now, if you're getting started, it's extremely scary, okay? Because there's this thing called your fucking mind, and your mind gets in the way of you getting started. Your mind tells you all the reasons why you'll fail. Your mind is so scared of two things. Your mind is scared of failure. Okay, if you do fucking fail, you'll look like an idiot. And the only people around you because if you do fail, I want you to think about it this way. If you do start a business, if you do something, you start posting content online, you'll fail. And the only people that will see you fail are the people around inside of your circle. And you've got this echo chamber. There's 10 people inside of your circle. They're like, oh, did you see that Lin guy post content? And nobody saw his content, haha. And then he stopped. And then, oh my God, haha, he's such a failure. He tried and then failed. And then everyone's laughing. It feels like everyone's laughing at you, but reality is you failed. So you didn't become successful. You didn't become famous. 10 people saw your shit and they're laughing at you. Okay, so that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is that you actually do happen to pull off the mission, whatever it is that you're embarking on. You get 1 million followers, you grow a massive business, and you've now got attention. Okay, you've got attention in the sense that people are hating on you now. You've got experts calling you out. You feel imposter syndrome because they're like, how dare you? What do you know about this particular topic? You shouldn't be doing this, right? You've got two scenarios that you face. There's also the fear of success is, I'm going to build this big company. I'm not sure if I want to build this big company. I don't want to manage employees. And what if I get stuck in this thing that I create that I don't like? Okay, on the flip side, what if you fail and everyone laughs at you and it doesn't work out? So then you sit in this place, the third place, which is you don't even fucking want to try. Okay, most people sit here. They go, hey, I would rather not do this because that's fucking really scary, but I'll sit here. And the problem with sitting here is I want you to understand this. The problem with sitting here is that you'll get to the end of the days and you'll start talking to people and you'll start telling them about all these ideas and all these tactics, and you'll start to become the coach that coaches other people, but you never actually did this stuff. And you'll coach your sons and your daughters, you'll coach your friends and family, you'll be telling them, you'll be the smartest person with heaps of potential, but because you didn't have the courage and the balls to step into the ring, well, you'll forever be like this person on the side. This person here is my greatest fear. It's being this person, growing old and never doing anything with the potential simply because I didn't have balls. Okay, that's my greatest fear. And so because I have a greatest fear to this particular person, this character, I'm actually just going to step in and go what the fuck, right? I think everybody has this great fear. How much would it suck for you to grow old, you become 80 and all your kids and your grandkids just think you're a loser because you never did anything with your life, but you become that person with all this knowledge, all this potential, and everyone looks at you and oh my God, you have so much potential, but you did absolutely nothing. That would be my greatest shame. There'd be this shame sitting on, and I couldn't take that. And the reasons why it's fantastic, because since I feel this shame, I can't take that. It creates the fire in me to actually do something. So I don't know about you, but that's the scenario that I want you to sit at. I want you to think about the landscape inside of your life, and you go, there's something that you want to do, but right now you're afraid. Okay, what are you afraid of? Well, you're either afraid of failing, which is looking like an idiot, and the only people that are going to see this are the people around you, which is really fucking scary because when you're starting, remember, you're like a little baby and you're in this game where everyone feels like a giant, right? You're starting and you're so weak and you're so soft and you're so malleable because you don't have any experience. You haven't been hit yet. You haven't learned how to fight. You've got no skills. Imagine this is a game. You start out as a level 1 character. You're like a little blob, okay? You have to understand that is you. You have to detach that from you. It's really easy. You got to detach your emotions and just look at yourself. You have 0 skills, level 1 skills, level 1 emotional awareness, level 1 ability to handle anything because you've never had any hate because you've never done anything. So you're sitting there here. And so if you fail, people around you are going to hate on you and it feels like an echo chamber. Okay, but if you do succeed, success is more the scary one, because now you start to like handbrake yourself. When you're starting to succeed, you go, oh, what if I don't want to create this? What if, and you lose that naivety. Okay, there's a crazy thing about building something at the start for the very first time when you get over the hump and you're just naive. You're like, yeah, I'm just going to push through whatever it is. And then you get to this point where you get burnt and then you no longer carry that naivety and then you get stuck. And that's called like carrying baggage. There's the second fear, which is fear of success. Fear of like building something too big, fear of getting hated on, fear of playing this like imposter syndrome because you're not as good as anybody else. And I want to bring this to you today because I want you to understand there is this thing called time and there's this thing called life where everything is constantly changing. Everything is constantly changing. I want you to think about this. The biggest companies in the world 100 years ago, okay, there's like 98% of them that are no longer in existence today. There's a statistic, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing, but there's a huge percentage of these companies that are no longer existent because change, humans change, we evolve. And the reason is just because, I want you to understand this, just because there's a big company, or there's someone that's doing something right now and you feel like you can't do it, understand that there's going to be change. I'm going to give you an example. There are plenty of like Facebook ad experts from like 2014, 15, 16, the years that I started to do Facebook ads, and they were like big experts that have gone because they just couldn't evolve with the times. And now I start to see there's every year or so, there's a new generation of new experts. And the reason is, I want you to understand, not because these people that were there in 2015 weren't great. It's just because the marketplace changes. And as the marketplace changes, there's new ads, there's new type of creatives. Instead of doing like back in the days, in 2015, there was this thing called like long form copy, where it's like if you could write long form colloquial story type copy with an image that pops out, it would scale and it'd take off. And that was the thing. Okay. And in 2020, it started to turn to like short form. Now it's like super short form. It's like you have to create like viral TikTok shit that works extremely well with Facebook ads. And I want you to understand this, because if you're sitting here and you're going, wait, I don't know what to do, understand that you could actually just do anything right now. And if you got better at it, let's just say, hey, like, I just want to dive into Facebook ads. And then your mind just eats at you and it says, well, who am I to do Facebook ads? I'm not good at Facebook ads. There are about 1 million people better than you right now at Facebook ads. Yes, that is true. But as time evolves, the 1 million people will start to turn into like 100,000 people because they didn't keep up. And there's this new wave. There's always a new wave that's splashing in, and you can be part of that new wave, no matter what it is. Who knows? Facebook might not even be here in 3 years, and it may not be, but that's okay. You don't let the fear of success go in. You just have to take whatever opportunity and you go, hey, like, I understand that if I actually just get in there, I start to learn, I start to work, I start to get better at the skill, I have a chance at capturing some market share. And then as long as you continue to change and evolve, right, you'll get better and better over time. And I think there's this beginner's mind where it's like everybody's looking really big and you're level 1. And it's really hard. And this would be extremely true if nothing in the world changed and everybody was as it and you were just like level 1 and everyone's like level 1,000. It's like, yeah, how are you going to compete? Well, the market changes. So it doesn't matter if you're level 1,000, you get like crushed back down to level 1 because the market no longer wants that product. Okay, I want you to think about this. Like, think about like Yahoo and Netscape and all these big internet companies at the start. Nobody wants it. It starts to consolidate. We look at Netflix and Disney now. Okay, but in 10 years' time, there will be some other competitor that's coming up. You might look at this in your landscape like, oh my God, I want to do like video editing, but it's too late. It's so saturated. It's like, okay, we'll start getting involved inside of video editing. And then you'll start to learn that as it changes, there's new AI now. There's new AI that you can do like AI and video editing. And then you can combine like AI, video editing and scripts in order to like run ads or viral content. And then you just need to stay at the forefront of that and understand that every year, every 2 years, there's a new wave of new forefront things. And so the odds are actually stacked into your favor. It's like, I want you to understand, the odds are always stacked in the newbie's favor. There's always a newbie up and coming. That should be also like optimistic for you. There is like light at the end of the tunnel. But the mindset that you need is understand that, cool, I'm at level 1. I need to be at the forefront of this. I can pick any field. I know that field's going to adapt and that field's going to evolve. The old video editors that used to do video editing, they're going to be like, oh my God, I don't like AI anymore. I don't like this. Because what happens is as the game changes, right? The people that are established, they have built all their systems, they have built all their processes, they have built all of their Rolodex and the way, the habits and their routines and how they like to do things, right? They're like, oh my God, I'm level 500, I'm completely dominating. Video editing then introduces like AI comes in, technology, and it's like, well, we can do this faster, better. But because they can't evolve, because they've already built their stack, they've already built their habits, they've done this for so long, they can't actually see how this tool is actually going to help them. You can come in here, use AI. For example, and see a shortcut that they can't see something more efficient that they can't see, you are then more open to this. And so what happens? You come in, you use these tools, you are able to produce videos faster, quicker, shorter, better, because you are actually open to technology. But because these people that are so successful previously, before AI, you'd get slaughtered by these guys. Pre-AI, you'd get slaughtered by these guys. Post-AI, you can come in, and if they can't change, if they can't adapt fast enough, you then go out there to take market share, because you can then provide the same service. You can do it faster, cheaper, possibly better. Okay, because now you have something helping you that they weren't able to adapt with technology. And so this message is really going out to whatever you start. It could be e-commerce. You could be like, oh my God, there are so many shops right now. Okay, cool. But like, what could you do that could be better? What could you do to just get involved in the game so that you can be opening up to see these signals? And then when you get in front of the wave, you can actually adopt like new technology to bring it in. You just have to like look at the new wave that's coming in. Okay, or you just have to get involved in the conversation, but be naive, like keep that mind open so you don't get stuck in, okay, I become an expert and then I'm so stacked up in here and you don't understand new technology. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you today because I think that's a really important message for you wanting to start. I think there are so many people that want to start some shit, but because you have fear of failure or fear of success, you sit here right in the sidelines. And I think the thing that you need to do is let the tension build up, let the pressure build up, let the kind of, shame build up here so that you actually recognize that this is the worst fear of it all. So you're moving between block 1 or block 2, and you understand that block 1's not that bad, because if you fail, nobody watches. And if you understand that everyone that's laughing at you are people that aren't doing anything at all, and that generally people that are doing things, they actually understand how difficult it is and they'll reach out to give you a hand. It's the people that are laughing at you that actually aren't doing anything. And then the success number 2 is actually, the fear number 2 is probably the hardest one, which is, fuck, like, what if I build this business and it's not what I want? What if I build this business and, people start hating on it? What if I'm not the real expert? I'm going to get exposed and all of that. And that becomes a little bit difficult. But the way to do this is keep exploring, keep trying to be naive, keep that open mind to take that next step. So I think what I'm going to leave you here with is understand that the odds are eventually stacked in your favor, because 100 years from now, 30 years from now, the people that are established are no longer never going to be established. You have this opportunity to come in and be at the wave, be at the forefront of things, and be open-minded. It is such a beautiful game because, it's always constantly getting recycled. The old are flushing out and then the newcomers are coming in. And so the question is, when is it going to be your opportunity to kind of step into the game and take place? I'll leave that for you for now. If you like this video, please like, comment, share. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, bye-bye.